Welcome to Coin Explorer. Take a close look at this 1974 United States Jefferson nickel before you spend or store one away. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary 5-cent coin that millions of Americans used every day during the 1970s. However, collectors know that every coin tells a story through its history, design, condition, and production quality. While most 1974 nickels remain common, certain well-preserved examples and authenticated mint errors receive more attention from collectors. Today, we will explore the real history, design, production, collector interest, and realistic market information behind this fascinating American coin. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938 when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. The coin was designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, whose portrait of Thomas Jefferson has remained one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. By 1974, the United States Mint had already produced Jefferson nickels for more than 3 decades, making them a familiar part of daily commerce. The 1974 issue continued this long tradition and was struck for circulation at multiple U.S. mint facilities to meet the country's demand for 5-cent coins. The obverse of the 1974 Jefferson nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Around the portrait appear the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1974. Depending on the mint where the coin was produced, a mint mark may appear or may be absent. Every design element reflects the coin's official purpose as United States legal tender while honoring one of the nation's most influential historical figures. Turning the coin over, the reverse displays Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's historic Virginia home. Above the building appears the national motto, E pluribus unum. Directly beneath Monticello is the word Monticello, followed by the denomination 5 cents. Around the lower edge is the inscription United States of America. The reverse design highlights one of America's most recognized historic landmarks and has become one of the defining features of the Jefferson Nickel series, collected by enthusiasts around the world. The 1974 Jefferson Nickel was struck using a copper-nickel clad composition containing 75% copper and 25% nickel. Each coin weighs 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge without reeds. These technical specifications remained consistent for circulation nickels of the period and helped produce durable coins capable of surviving many years in everyday use. Because of this strong alloy, many 1974 nickels are still found in circulation today, despite their age. Millions of 1974 Jefferson nickels were produced, making the date common in most grades. Nevertheless, collectors carefully examine every example because quality varies significantly from coin to coin. A sharply struck coin with strong detail, original luster, and very few contact marks is usually more desirable than a heavily circulated piece. Professional grading services also play an important role because certified high-grade examples often attract greater interest within the numismatic community compared with ordinary circulated coins. Another reason collectors inspect 1974 nickels closely is the possibility of genuine mint errors. Documented examples include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, and other production mistakes that occurred during the minting process. These errors are relatively uncommon compared with normal coins and should always be authenticated before any value is assigned. Damage that happens after a coin leaves the mint, such as scratches, bending, or environmental corrosion, is generally not considered a true mint error. When discussing value, it is important to separate ordinary circulation coins from collectible examples. Most circulated 1974 Jefferson nickels are generally worth their face value of 5 cents because they remain widely available. Attractive uncirculated coins may sell for several dollars depending on their condition, while professionally graded high-grade specimens or authenticated mint error coins have sometimes sold for significantly higher prices at auctions. Actual selling prices vary according to rarity, grade, market demand, certification, and the specific venue where the coin is offered. Condition remains one of the most important factors affecting collector interest. Coins that have spent decades in circulation usually show worn details, small scratches, and reduced luster from everyday handling. In contrast, examples that were carefully stored shortly after leaving the mint often preserve their original surfaces and sharper design elements. Collectors frequently use grading standards ranging from poor to mint state, with higher grades generally commanding stronger premiums because fewer coins survive in exceptional condition after many years. Many collectors also search for full steps examples of the Jefferson Nickel series. The steps leading to the entrance of Monticello can reveal how sharply a coin was struck at the mint. When those steps remain clearly defined without significant interruption, collectors often consider the coin more desirable. Achieving this level of detail is not guaranteed on every coin, even among uncirculated examples. Because of this, certified full steps nickels may attract greater attention than similar coins lacking complete step detail. If you happen to own a 1974 Jefferson nickel, begin by checking whether it carries a mint mark. Coins without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, while those with a D came from Denver, and those with an S were struck in San Francisco, primarily for collector sets. Next, examine the coin under good lighting and moderate magnification. Look for original luster, sharp details, unusual mint-produced characteristics, and signs of damage that occurred after the coin entered circulation. Collectors should always rely on verified information before assuming that any coin is rare or valuable. Stories circulating online sometimes describe ordinary coins as worth extraordinary amounts, but professional numismatists evaluate coins using condition, authenticity, rarity, and documented sales. Auction records can differ widely because every coin is unique. Two coins from the same year may sell for very different prices if their grades, eye appeal, or mint errors are not the same, making careful evaluation essential before estimating value. For most people, a circulated 1974 Jefferson nickel remains a 5-cent coin with no significant collector premium. However, attractive uncirculated pieces commonly trade for several dollars, while certified high-grade examples or authenticated mint error coins have realized higher prices in established auctions and dealer transactions. These results should be viewed as examples of individual collector sales rather than guaranteed values. The final price always depends on buyer demand, certification, condition, rarity, and the timing of the sale. Beyond its potential collector value, the 1974 Jefferson nickel represents an interesting chapter in American history. It circulated during a period of economic change and became part of everyday life for millions of Americans. Every surviving example reflects decades of commerce, travel, and daily transactions. Whether found in pocket change inherited from family members or added to a growing collection, each coin offers an opportunity to learn more about United States coinage and the history preserved in ordinary currency. The next time you receive a Jefferson nickel in your change, take a moment to inspect the date, mint mark, and overall condition before spending it. Although most 1974 nickels remain common, careful observation can help identify higher grade examples or genuine mint errors that collectors appreciate. Learning the facts behind each coin makes collecting both enjoyable and rewarding. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy exploring real history, authentic coin information, and collector education, be sure to follow for more videos featuring fascinating coins. from around the world.